Say it!
Put the gun down.
Say it! Henry, I know you're upset, but this isn't the answer.
Is why I didn't want you in the drug game in the first place. Because women are too emotional.
Holy shit, murder one. A bird in the fucking hand. I'm calling for backup.
What up, though? Lamont Tyson, BMF Season 3 finale review. Wow, I liked it. The very end gave me a whole lot of Breaking Bad vibe with T and Meech on some desert street in Mexico going to get their boy out of jail. But there is a part that I know none of y'all like, and that's what we just seen. We have another story where the desolate child winds up taking the life of their desolate parent. And I know y'all got a whole lot to say about that, and we're going to break it all down. Shout out to Tariq Simmons, not to be confused with Tariq from Power, and Heather Zolke, who is also the showrunner for this show. You two did an amazing job. Heather, would love to see you on this channel for an interview. Loved your work. You did a great job. Everybody, Lamont Tyson, let's dive into it.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You in the building with the all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful. Just damn all everything. Sexy as hell host. That is me, Lamont Tyson. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, tell your friends about it, download the podcast. And in case you're wondering what will I be reviewing next? Well, we've got The Chi, and in June, we got a whole lot of stuff coming. We've got House of the Dragon. I'm on that. Of course, I'm going to be on Power. We got The Boys. So many great things and movies coming out. Of course, I'm going to be on Deadpool. But if it's TV that you want to see me do, look out for The Chi, look out for the House of Dragon, and look out for Power Book 2. First things first, they always give us a quote. This one is from Southwest T. He said, with Meech's street edge and ideals and my corporate vision, we optimistically look towards the apex, future. Damn, they sure did. Because I can't think of many cats who ran the drug game the way they did. I mean, you could literally make a TV show about Larry Hoover and some of the other guys who did this drug game, but I think that of all of them, nobody did it like Meech and T. And they start out with just some of the motivations for Meech as to why he got in the drug game. As you see Terry holding some crack that Pat gave him, the guy that got him in the game, and Meech is just tired of having to, number one, steal electricity from the neighbor, number two, eat cold-ass French fries. And if you was poor like me, sometimes you didn't even have milk to put in your cereal. You was putting damn orange juice in it. Some cases, water. And Meech is just like, bro, I ain't trying to live like that. And I know some of y'all say, well, you ain't got to live like that. You can go work at McDonald's, blah, blah, blah. You know the risk with whatever you do. And these two kids, even though they was young, they knew the risk. And they was like, damn, if I'm going to be working somewhere back in this day, minimum wage was like $3.25. You can't get ahead like that. Nor should you have to, which goes to a bigger political issue, but they chose the street, and this is what we got. We got Booker T. Remy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Booker T. Remy, who has deep ties in the A, done paid a security guard to get up in here and get these vans and take Meech stuff because it was about to go to auction because we said the Red Dogs weren't going to get into it. We knew it. And Meech is actually watching them take his shit. Can y'all imagine if you have something, a couple of vehicles that have something of value north of, I'm going to say them trucks, them vans, they had to have at least $25 million worth of money. And you see your enemy rolling away with them. But deep in Meech's heart, he knew that they mechanic locked it down so good, they weren't going to get into it. But you know, Remy, dumbass, if he really wanted to hurt Meech, with him knowing that the drugs is in there and he couldn't get inside the trucks, the vans, he should have set them bitches on fire. Like, dude, if you really that dog, you should have set them on fire and be like, if I can't have it, you can't have it. But he didn't, and Meech came up with an intricate plot, all while Terry gets the phone call about his homie, Hoop, who I had at first said I thought was going to live, and then Monique Nicole, God bless her heart, brought me on over to her dark side and had me convinced he was going to die. But me and Moochie originally said the fact that Henri gave him a message to give to T, we thought he was going to live. And you see T in here talking to his brother saying, look, I got some problems I got to handle in the D. And Meech is like, bro, you got this. And the two split off, go handle their problems. Then we all up in the hospital with my nigga Hoop. He survived. Thank goodness he survived, because I like this dude, man. I want them to give him more of a role in next season. And then we see T stepping out with my boy, PA Boys, and just saying, look, I'm going to step in. I'm going to take out this chick, Henri. Don't even worry about it. But we know T is not really a killer like that. And his crew know it. So I was really wondering how they was going to play this, and we'll get there in a minute. My girl Kelly who is in Deadpool coming out this summer, is in here talking to Kobe's dad. And when her and Coach Cop made the plan last week, the first thing I said is, if Kobe had issues with her dad, can we trust her daddy? He's probably crooked as the letter S too. Well, it turns out he was. And he's up here keep asking her for a name. And that's what led me to believe that we can't trust this guy. Why he need to know a name? Why you got to have a name? Why not you just get on your phone, call the police, get something to help Coach Detective Jen, and go after who the people are? But he had to have a name, which let me know the writers was telling us what was about to happen. Speaking of telling us what was about to happen, we got old St. Louis Henri, who was so frustrated, so desperate, just so damn downtrodden, that the bitch decided to cut off her hair. And when she did a better job than my barber. Now, y'all know good and damn well this ain't true. My barber can't cut a close cut this good. And this is supposed to be her first time cutting off all her hair. And look at how good she got the back of her head. Y'all need to stop. She's St. Louis for real. When she cut it all off, she is officially crossed over to Henri. I think they should have let her go through this mental transition earlier before she burnt dude up, that she took his jacket, because we didn't get her in this mode long enough, because she's like really over the edge now. All her folks died. She's like very dangerous. But I'll finish up in a minute. But yo, shout out to St. Louis for doing a damn good job on a haircut, man. Damn good job. Oh my goodness. The divorce papers is on the table. All I could think about was Usher. I'm ready to sign them papers. Charles and Lucille, they signing the papers. They're going to make this thing. It's done. And then you got little Nikki sitting around the corner just sad. Oh, poor Nikki. This chick has been through so much. And she ain't even 16 yet. She ain't even old enough to drive a car. And she has been beaten and battered mentally like a hog in a hog truck, riding down the streets of North Carolina. Poor thing. We get Meech in here with Angel, who was a real character. I mean, a real person that they wrote this story after. Wanted Meech to let's just disappear. Let's just go somewhere. She ain't learned that this dude he's always trying to escalate. He's always trying to get better. And he's standing here looking at a map, thinking to himself, I want to have my product, I'm talking tons, in every state, and Atlanta is the hub to do it. At the time in the early 90s, Black people was flooding into Atlanta because of what they was doing with the culture, with the city council, with the politics, with the business state. It was a flood for Black folks. And Meech is just saying, well, this is going to be the hub. We're going to take our veins and run them out. Then we get Detective Jen with that wig. I'm sorry, Kelly, who I know you watch these, and you look so funny in this wig. It's entertaining. Don't look bad. It's just entertaining. Shout out to you. She's in here talking to Henri with the new haircut. I guess I can't call the I guess I can call the St. Louis for real now, but we never seen St. Louis take his hat off. Do something to make me feel better. She gets a phone call from her daddy that the chick she's sleeping with is an undercover. She goes over there, pretends like she wants to have some real rough house sex. You know, some of y'all know that sex where you choke somebody right when they about to nut and that's supposed to put them out and give them the best nut ever. Well, she was trying to choke her for real. And then did y'all see how Kelly Wu, Detective Jen, pulled out that karate or kung fu or whatever it was she did? Y'all see the moves? She karate chopped the bitch right in the Adam's apple. And I do mean she's got an Adam's apple. She karate chopped the hell up out of there. And then in true TV form, whatever school they go to shoot people is the worst school in America. Thank God the military don't go to their shooting schools. The police don't go to, because they be point blank range and can't hit nothing. Jen escapes. And Coach Cop was hearing what was going on. He comes in the warehouse to help him out. And guess what he did? He got him a little piece of Henri. Got that thigh meat. He got a bullet all up in that thigh meat. Took a chunk out of her, and they was able to escape. And then we get on to this dude here. Didn't me and Moochie, shout out to Moochie. If y'all don't know who Moochie is, she rocks with me on my live panels. We usually go live Monday through Thursday at noon, so come check us out. Didn't me and Moochie say, yes, what Charles did was wrong? Well, Monique Nicole said it. Lex the Targaryen said it. We all said it. But me and Moochie in particular said, why you run into this man and you don't know what the hell his background is? And the writers made sure they was very vague in giving us details about his background. Okay, all right. Well, he's in this hotel again, and we all question why we ain't going to see his house. Why is always at a damn hotel? He's in the hotel, she pulls up, and y'all know that them panty draws, they is thumping like a drum in Africa. Boop, 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 boop. And what had me laughing was this dude got roses all and looking like damn snakes on the floor. Lucille should have seen this shit and ran quick. She should have known it was going to be a fly in the ointment. He got roses and the letters S's looking like snakes on the floor. She gets in there in a mini skirt at that. Lady, you a mama. You have no business talking about cougar draws, Marquesha, and you roll up to this dude place in a mini skirt. Look how many inches that skirt is above her knee, y'all. You know she a mama. She ain't supposed to be wearing that stuff like that. Well, let me take that back. Because there are plenty of hot mamas out there past the age of 50. Okay? All right. You got it. And he's in here looking like Ravishing Rick Rude in his damn bath towel set. And he picks her up and he's about to give her the business. All right. He give her the business. And after he give her the business, he decides to have a talk. You know, after he done got the draws, which is what me and Moochie kept telling y'all when some of y'all women was jumping all up in my DMs talking about she deserved to do it. She deserved to do it. Chuck messed up. But we kept saying they were still married. They had decided that they wasn't gonna get a divorce, and it was not right for her to do this. And the most important thing that me and the whole panel said was, instead of jumping from Chuck to Reese, she needs to find herself. She needs to figure out what it is that's important to her. But I always told y'all, no matter how good a plan's supposed to be, once them cakes gets to humping down there and thumping, you're going to follow the order of the cakes. Well, that's what she did, only to get her little heart broken, because Reese is engaged. I mean, the shit was so funny to me when she hopped up out that room and was running her ass up out of there. But it's too late now. He done got the draws. He could have told you this before y'all did it, but he didn't. So ladies, let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. Meech done got up with one of Remy's old crew who was really, really down with his brother that he killed. And the brother see the writing on the wall and completely understand that, look, what was going on with Remy, it can't survive. So I'm willing to help y'all. All right. So he takes Meech to where the trucks is at, the way the vans is at, and Meech get this dude 2 bricks. All right. But the minute that happened, y'all saw homeboy in the parking lot looking like the dude from Black Twitter, rubbing his hands, peeking from behind the corner. He went and told Remy what was going on. And here come Remy, dumbass, up in here looking straight like Booker T for real now. Shooting, trying to handle Meech. And I told y'all that these vans had to be bulletproof because they shot the hell up on these vans and I ain't see no bullet holes. I didn't see no tires exploding. These vans was made out of the same material that the Kit 2000 from Michael Knight was made out of, because I'm thinking, dude, y'all could have shot the tire, right? Couldn't y'all shoot the tire? Or y'all aim ain't that good. All the vans escape. Meech in them, nobody gets harmed. One of Remy old crew is in one of the vans and they all got away. Remy got so mad, he's shooting bullets all up into the sky screaming. Bruh, get yourself together. You see the writing on the wall too, but your damn ego won't allow you to partner with Meech. And I've been standing here the whole season thinking that y'all was going to partner and I was proven wrong. But it's your ego, because Meech is not from there, that won't let you team up with him. You more worried about that than your crew eating, which is dumb. And that's why he got what was coming to him. Then we get back to Charles' house. And look, guess what, you ladies that kept complaining about he didn't have time to paint the walls of his house, but had time to paint Mabel's walls. His ass is in here painting the walls. And Lucille takes notice. And even while she's taking notice, she had a heart-to-heart moment and broke down and told him, things ain't gonna work out with me and Reese. And you know what? Chuck, still trying to be a man that wants to connect this family back together, is still inviting her to go on tour with him. The man know he was wrong. He's tried. And at this moment, she did exactly what she needed to do. Let's just be friends. I ain't going. I need to find myself. She does. That's what she needs to do. She needs to take some time for herself. And that's what she's going to do. And then we get to the part that I played in the very beginning, that I know everybody and their mom is rolling their eyes. This is almost like the same situation that happened to Ghost. We've got it again. Hartston Bratnabrig basically told Henri, I didn't want you in this game because you's a woman and you're too emotional. And sad to say, I can't, that's a stereotype, because we see young hothead dudes do this same behavior. And here's the thing with her. Yes, she was a woman, but she was pretending to be a dude. And when he refused to call her Henri, he called her by her full name that him and his wife, him and the baby mama gave her, Henrietta. She pulls out her gun to shoot him. It wasn't the fact that she was a woman that made these emotional decisions. It was the fact that she was young and dumb. I mean, we can name a soap opera after this shit. Young and dumb. And want to be a boy. That's what we can call it. Young and dumb and want to be a boy. Shoot him. And while she's shooting him, her damn cane is in there. So Coach Cop and Jen hear it all. They call back up. They come in there, scoop that ass up. Jen smiling all in her face. I'm happy Jen survived, because y'all know I was a little nervous. And all the while, Terry's outside looking at this. His problems for this season is all cleaned up. I like that. Post your comment, let me know how y'all feel about it. Then Booker T. Remy decide he's going to go confront Meech. And he's shocked that all his crew done turned on that ass. Well, dude, when you take food off the table, and we live in a world that is not what you have done for me in the past, that helps a little bit. But it's really about what have you done for me lately? And you have not done anything for them but give Booker T elbows, a lot of Booker T lip, and a lot of talk. And Meech is standing up in there, didn't even have to pull out his gun. He gets the last laugh. Or should I say, he gets the last kill, because Remy leaves and somebody took him out. And ladies and gentlemen, this hit was done on behalf of Meech. You ain't even got to think hard about this. This was done on behalf of Meech, on behalf of his boy. That's who did it. Meech ordered this on him. And you see his brain matter splattered all on the wall. They showed a picture of him and his crew. Yeah, goodbye, Remy. You had a whole lot of times where you could have fixed this and you didn't. I am happy to see you go, dumbass. 1 week later, Meech got all his crew, Ty Washington, everybody, meeting up my boy, Poop from the Wire, the big homie Trey Chaney up in the building. They about to be distributing his stuff everywhere. And as they do, the Red Dogs is stopping everybody hot as hell, can't figure out how to get in these vehicles. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Can't do nothing. Then T, he calls Meech to let him know mom and dad split. And that hurt Meech a little bit because the backbone of what BMF stands for is family. But I mean, just because they're splitting, they said they're friends, that love is still going to be there. And I wouldn't be surprised if they hook up once or twice next season. Not get back together, but hook up. Because people get lonely. Loneliness and the feeling of emptiness is what basically ran her into the bed sheets of Reese. She wasn't in love with him. She was lonely. And, you know, for her situation, it was about her emotions as well as the physical. That's what ran her up in Reese bed sheets. And we go from a very touching moment to a sad moment, but some of y'all might have been celebrating. I know I wasn't, but I know some of y'all might have been celebrating. Henri St. Louis is in jail, about to go take a shower, and she gets murked. She gets murked by a blonde who I was like, damn, you kind of look like Detective Jen when she put on her wig. Just shanked her. And then you see Henri falling over, holding her chest, blood coming out of her mouth. I know a lot of y'all was ready for this chick, them, shim, whatever you want to call her, to be over with. Well, she's done. Don't even worry about it. She's dead. And the question is, who put this hit in? Was it Coach Cop? Was it Terry? I doubt it was Terry. Was it the uncle? I doubt it was the uncle. Was it someone else in her dad's organization? Who put this hit on Henri? I would love to hear what you guys think. Post your comments. Then we get LaWanda. Oh, she wandering all right. Yeah, she brought it in this episode, y'all, looking like the sunshine for a good Debbie Cake snack. And she's telling Terry, look, I'm going to be my own woman. I want to do hair. And if y'all don't know, the hair culture in Atlanta is probably second to none. Second to none. They have whole hair expos in the black community in Atlanta. So I was happy to hear her say she was going to be a hairdresser, and T got on board because it's the 90s. And they headed to the church where Lucille becomes the associate pastor, which is right where her ass need to be at. And in the crowd, you see Nikki crying. T is there with LaWanda and the kids. And then you see Daddy Flannery. He's happy for her too, because this is something she could sink her teeth into and call it her own and really, you know, be passionate about it. I think this is going to be a good thing for her. And he about to hit the road. Then we get to Coach Cop house. And I'm going to just tell y'all, this house looked like it stank. Like, they did a great job of making this shit look like it stank with that wood paneling that they used to put up back in the 70s, the darkness, the little ass TV. It just looks stinky in here. And Jen is telling him, look, I'm going to LA. He said he going to Atlanta chasing Meech, and she's willing to help him go and clean out Kev's room. But this was the kind of thing where he felt like he needed to do on his own. And I understand that. For a minute there, I thought they were about to smash. The way he took her hand and she allowed that hand to be taken, I'm kind of glad they didn't. But I'm also sad that Jen is going to be gone. I don't want to see her gone. I've enjoyed her on this show, and I will enjoy seeing her in Deadpool as Lady Deathstrike. So Kelly Wu, I'm giving you a full shout out today. Hopefully I can get you to do an interview. We get back to the house. Nikki, mom and dad is in here, and dad just got the call that he got to hit the road. Now, everybody's happy for him, and Lucille is kind of like, no, don't go. Don't leave, but I want you to go. I'm happy for you. I don't know. But he's up out of there, man. He's going to chase his dream. And I think a part of her kind of feels like it's time for him to chase his dream. And maybe this is going to be her opportunity to chase her dream of being a pastor. We get to close to the end. Meech and T is looking at the map of the United States. Meech, being a chess player, is letting his brother know, look, I'm going to get a ton in every state. And at first, he get a little resistance from his brother because his little brother got to do that. But in the end, little brother has been told by his peeps, look, You ain't got to be the front man for BMF. Let Meech do that, and you just be the silent killer in the back. And I think that resonated with him because instead of arguing about this vision, he said he's with it, and we know the rest is what's history because they did it. Then they get to the club in the A. Angel's doing her last dance. She about to get up out of here. And while they in there getting that last dance, Shiloh Sanders, Deion Sanders' kid, is playing Prime Time, which is why this episode is named Prime Time, in here dropping the dime on the fellas. And he had this to say.
You can't let everybody know everything about you. Deion's one thing. Prime's a whole nother thing. Football's my wife. Baseball's my side piece. She got a lot of love for me. But just because you got love for the game, don't mean the game got to love you back, dog. Remember that, man.
That's some real shit. I'll see you around, dog.
Much love, my brother. Y'all stop by my spot, Prime Time 21.
You got to have a couple of names. That's why y'all see so many people in Hollywood don't go by their real name. In case you didn't know, Jamie Foxx is not his real name. Zendaya don't go by her whole name. Not Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, that's not her real name. You got to have a name for different occasions. And he letting the fellas know that that's how you got to operate. And as we enjoying that moment with them, Loco boy come in and say, Loco done been arrested. Damn. Meech is like, bro, we got to go. We got to get the hell up out of here. And we got to go help our boy Loco. Because he's had our back. We got to have his back. And I'm worried for them. Because the next scene we see they in Mexico. They arguing with each other a little bit. And he made a good point. Like, we black dudes in the early 90s in a government where it's run by the cartels. And if the cartels know that Loco is making all this money with us, what you think they're going to do to our black asses? That's one way you could look at it. But you could also look at it like this. If they know that you guys can move product that well, they might want to work with you too. Or they might want to hold y'all asses hostage, make y'all do work for them. Either way, whatever scenario, whatever story you want to paint, it's going to be dangerous. And I can't wait to see what they do with this. This was a good cliffhanger, kind of gave me Breaking Bad in the desert vibes. And I've loved the way the writers have gone with the story. But I know some of y'all claim y'all didn't like this season. Tell me why. Was it Henri? Was that the only reason y'all ain't like it? Did y'all want more Lamar? Post your comments. Let me know. I enjoyed it. Great job, season 3. Great job to all the writers. Great job to the showrunner. Great job to the producers. Way to go. We can't wait for season 4. And I will be reaching out to you all. Try to get some interviews in and keep the buzz going. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, get that life game. Please download me on the podcast. Anytime you can't watch me on YouTube, you can listen to the podcast because I put everything up there. And then go follow me on TikTok. I do short bites on TikTok. Try to keep things going and bring in a new audience. And we will be going live this week, ladies and gentlemen, Monday through Thursday, talking to Shy and talking BMF. And until that next Sex is Hell video, I'm out.